Hey guys, Jude here, bringing you my StaminaTemplar PvP build for the Scalebreaker patch. This is a full new build, something completely different. I've not done like I did on my stam sock, just run it exactly the same from the last patch. The reason why I did that on the stam sock is because they're pretty good sets and that they're working well. So if you're interested in stam sock, drop a search for my stam sock content on the channel. But yeah, this Stamplar is very fun to play. Really strong build. The raw stats, the raw damage that it outputs, it's just insane. I'm still making tweaks to it. Like I say, I wanted to get a build video out for you straight away. I'm still making tweaks and you'll see that as I release build commentary, full 1vx clips. But yeah, let's get into the setup and see what I'm running. As you know, I've always enjoyed the Stamplar. This patch is looking extra strong. Not to say that I'm jumping on the meta, you know this is the OG, so let's get into this. The first set I want to talk about, Seventh Legion. We're running this on the front bar. We set it off and we proc it just on the front bar, but the damage is transferable, so it's really strong. Go for the greatsword. You could go for the axe. You could go for the maul. It all depends on situations, whether you're in long fights, whether you're in short fights, whether you need the pen and you're running onslaught. So it's a minor difference, but we'll go with the 7th Legion with the weapon damage enchant. I like the weapon damage enchant front bar on this setup and the poisons back bar. On some of the builds I switch it around, but I really think that the way I've got it set up works much better. So we go for the weapon damage on there. And if you look at the 7th Legion set, 127 weapon damage, 127 health recovery. I'll state straight away that we are running Troll King to get on top of the health recovery. Bloodspawn is fine, Slimecrow is fine, Selines, I don't know, resistance, anything, run anything. But for me, playing outnumbered, TK is the bomb. We get the crit, which is nice, and then the 5th one, when we cast an ability that increases your physical or spell resistance, you gain a good chunk of weapon damage and a good chunk of health recovery for 10 seconds. And this is a really high damage build, and it's not something where you have to wait out like Fury. You can get this instantly and burst instantly. It's so strong. And we make up the rest of the 7th on the jewelry. So we go weapon damage stam on this. I don't think it is worth going infused with it not being gold. So I'm happy. I like my stam to be just around 30, well, just over 30k at least. That's the minimum. So I like the stamina robust on this. And obviously the gold ones we infuse out and go for that weapon damage. So that's the 7th Legion set, fully active just on the front bar. And then we'll go to the rest. Troll King I've already said, heavy and light will get you the full access to Undaunted. Running 5 medium, 1 heavy, 1 light. There we go. Great healing set. With this patch and the dots being immense, medium can still be really squishy, but medium with mobility and access to heals or purges like the Stamplar make it such a strong and effective class. And the last set, well, we're running Master's Bow, but this set, Shieldbreaker, we run this on the 5-piece. Get in IC right now and get it. It's such a strong set. If you want to see more IC content or some streams in IC, it's fun right now. It's crazy. Like, you're in IC and then 1 minute you're getting 10 kills and the next minute 50 people are jumping on you. It's entertaining to say the least, but you get this with Telvars. Buy it all in pen, I mean, easy days. We get the max stam, we get the stamina recovery, we get the weapon damage, and then the 5th piece, increase your flat damage done by 6%, doubled when attacking targets with a damage shield active. So, dots, magicka, it's out there. You're going to be running into a lot of classes where you'll get the full 12% bonus on this, but even just at 6%, it's crazy. And then we finish off the sets with the Master's Bow, of course. This buffs damage up even more with the enchant 301 on target, which is really nice when you're setting up for a single target sort of build like this. I feel like AoE burst is there in small scale group, but solo I think it's not reliable. Dawnbreaker not being able to be cancelled, you can't turn it off, you can't get it off fast. Unlike the last patch where you could tank and stand and just take the damage and then turn and burn, like this is not happening. This is the patch where you've got to stay mobile, stay on your feet. So we run the Master's Bow. The poisons that I use, I can't remember off the top of my head. If you want to know the poisons and how you make them up, just drop a comment and when I've got more time I'll quickly find out the answer and I'll provide you with that. But these poisons are nice. If you're sort of starting out and you want to be a bit cheesy, these are also good off the bow. You know, when these proc, you're going on to burst in such a reliable way. 40% snare, 6.3 seconds, and then you get the immobilize. That's really good, so that can often force the dodge roll, then that's the dodge roll wasted, and you can go into your burst. But these ones are really, really, really reliable. Great poisons. So that covers the sets. I think next we'll go into the skills. So obviously, front bar, restoring focus. We've got to do this because of the 7th Legion only being active on the front bar. So this is that move that grants us Major Ward, Major Resolve. This will proc the 7th Legion. I like Vigor on the front bar, quite a nice tooltip. I'll just buff up real quick. Quite a nice tooltip, but I like the Vigor with the TK as well. But 20k over 4 seconds, it's nice to have extra healing from other sources. Our jabs hit so strong. I'll do the full stats and buffed up at the end, but you know, 4 or 5 tooltip on the jabs, really nice. Dizzy swing 17k. This combo with Onslaught is just so strong this patch. You can see the fat Dizzies, the fat Onslaught, fully buffed, clearing 20k there. It's such a strong way to burst. Yes, it's single target, but when you're mobile and you're moving around, you can easily pick people off, and it's the preferred playstyle for me. And then we get the 19-second rally, really strong heal. You'll see me use this a lot with the dodge roll. This can keep you on your toes. And then Onslaught. Onslaught is just absolutely amazing this patch. So strong. The fact that your initial hit is ignoring the resistances, then you get those resistances to carry on with the offense, really works well with this playstyle. Like I say, Dawnbreaker, the fact that you can't cancel it anymore, I felt like a noob playing with Dawnbreaker. Really didn't like it. You've obviously got the choice of the stamina ults, the class ults for the Stamplar, but like I say, I just feel like the magic 160% buff is nice, but really it's not scaling as well as you'd like. I'm liking Onslaught. Onslaught for me is the one. So yeah, I'm not going to do passives, but make sure you've got it in. Okay, you'll see straight away I'm not running Power of Light. If I show Power of Light real quick, because I'm running such a low max stam for this setup, Power of Light just doesn't scale well at all. Like, I'll buff up, and you can see the maximum copy damage is really low. I'll use it in a couple of the clips I've got to the back end of the video, but moving forward, the X I've been running the Sigic Meditate, the Morph is Deep Thoughts. It's so you don't need Power of Light for the burst, so this, being able to have something like this when you're highly mobile and you can get to line of sight, is so strong. But it's a flex spot. Feel free to run the Power of Light if you think you need the extra burst. I prefer this when you're getting into the sweaty outnumbered, just for the added benefit of the extra sustain. Another good option, if you want to consider it a flex spot, is the Barbed Trap. This thing is like, whoa. You can see almost 40k tooltip over 18 seconds, and then 10% minor force for the 18 seconds, and the fact that it's an immobilize. This is a strong option. I'll be using this occasionally as well. Still over Power of Light. So yeah, next we run the other Morph of Repentance. This is really nice in bigger fights, and I'm starting to see the benefit of this. You cast this, AoE, no cost, so if you accidentally press it, you're not wasting anything every 1 second when damaging enemies. So when you jab in, when you've got the dots ticking on people, you're really going to feel the benefit of this. You might be wondering why. This is just to pump up my extended ritual uptime. So we don't need it for the snare removal, because we're running the OG shuffle right there. But what we need it for this patch is dots. Dots are just eating people alive right now. To an extent, when they're stacked on you, they're carrying people and it makes outnumbered tricky. But as much cleansing as you can get down on this setup, the better you'll be, the better your survivability will be. And if we go back to the front bar, I'll just mention this real quick. Obviously, I'm not running top lane. A lot of people like top lane as an option, but for me, my Magicka is my cleanse, and that's it. I'm not using it on anything else. For survivability, that is key this patch. Top lane, I feel, drains it a little bit less, and you've not got that initial burst. It's almost like because it's a magical move, it's just going to tickle them. And it just doesn't feel strong for me. It feels really, really vulnerable in the sense that you can just do it and you'll be straight into a Zerg or straight into a big group. Not the way I like to play this. So yeah, those are the skills. Sorry, we'll do food. I'm running the RTM takeaway broth. Obviously, quite an expensive food, but you're going to be using this with the TK. Really, really good all round. Sustain, I may actually be dropping this to increase my damage with the warrior, because sustain, especially with meditate and finding line of sight, is much better. So I'll update you on whether I change it around. But for now, I've got the serpent just until I get the sweat down, and then I'll be rocking more damage, pumping up the damage even more. So, and the race is a orc. I've been orc for so long now, but I think it's just so reliable. You get the big chunk of max stam, the nice chunk of health, ignore the healing, that's really, really nothing, and then you get the flat weapon damage and the speed. Really, really strong. I'll quickly mention something, my potions. Yeah. So potion options for this setup, if I can find them. Okay, I like knockbacks because I don't want to get interrupted during my burst, so this is a good option. But this patch also, these are nice and new. You get the 922 elf per second over the cooldown for 48 seconds, the chunk of stam and the chunk of health to stack with your Troll King, to stack with the stam recovery. So strong. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how you make these. I think it's Dragon Blood and something else. But if you're interested, just comment below and I'll hook you up on all the things I've not covered. But I think that is Mundus and poisons. Okay, let's look at some character tooltips real quick. Got a really, really, really nice pool of stam recovery. This goes up even higher when you get a kill on the 2H bar. With a potion as well, you're easily clearing 2k. Like, that's why I said I may drop serpent, because stam recovery is fine. You get the nice stack of health recovery, and obviously this is increased by quite a bit with the 7th Legion proc, which stacks very, very well. The max stam is low. Obviously, I've talked about that in terms of our damage and the fact that we've got enough damage anyway. It's not a problem, and that's why I'm not running the Power of the Light. I mentioned that before. But yeah, really, really, really strong setup. In terms of our resistances, in the room 24k, 21 fizz. The crit on this build is so nice. The Mage, we don't need to worry about Mage recovery. It's very difficult to stack it without losing damage, so we go for the other morph of Repentance. I also want to say that this is really nice just to have on the back bar as well, because of the tri-passives there. So we get endurance, intellect, 10%, so that's great for our health recovery, great for our stamina recovery, great for our magic recovery. In terms of our crit, we can see with savagery 40%, weapon damage 479. I'll buff that up fully right now for you. What's really good as well about the 7th Legion is when you're watching your timer, just all you don't need to look at your resistance buff. As soon as the 7th proc has gone, it can be instantly recast. So the damage comes really, really quick on this set. Really, really quick. If we look at the, I'm just going to miss the timing now. I'll just let it drop again. With weapon damage as well, we're looking at 5270 weapon damage. That can go up even higher in terms of the damage that we're outputting with the Master's Bow. So, such a strong setup, such a strong build. So yeah, that's the character sheet real quick before we get into CP and wrap this up. I just want to say thank you for all the support. The sub count is racing towards 1,000 real fast. Really, really thankful for the continued support, all the appreciation. This is just some good fun for me. I love being able to do it. I love being able to make the edits and give you the good stuff. But yeah, in terms of 1,000 sub face reveal, that is happening. I won't be doing sort of regular vids, but I'll be sort of with my face on. I'll just keep these as normal, but what I'll be doing is streaming. I'll be up in my stream, so I'm sort of playing more often, sort of on a scheduled time slot, just to get in there. We'll have the face cam on for those really funny reactions when I get served down. So yeah, let's finish this off with our CP. Really simple split. You want one in Siphoner. This is just to proc the Siphoner debuff. I'm not sure if that's changed this batch yet or it was fixed, but for me, 1 point surplus, it will do the trick. 61 into Warlord for that break free, 2% in Sprinter, dodge roll bow, the speed that you get. You will want to reduce that cost by a little bit. It's not worth a big investment, but this is fine. This split is really nice. 64 stam recovery, 13%, 43 for Tenas, 10% heavy attack recovery, and then 43 on healthy as we're stacking into the health recovery. If you don't want to run Trollking, you can use this, but I feel like this is optimum. This is really nice. And 56 into Tumbling to wrap up the green tree. Nothing in here on the blue tree. We go Master at Harms. We like this because of the initial hit on sort of Dizzy, well, the one hit on Dizzy, the one hit on Onslaught, and jabs the initial hit, so it's working nice. This split is so good. 43 into Might, giving you that 10-15%. The piercing is spot on. We don't really need the added pen when we're running Onslaught, so this is just a good amount to start off with. Check this number by dividing it by 660, and you'll get the percentage that you're emitting through penetration. So check that you've got the right setup there. 56 into Precise Strikes for that extra juicy crit, and 66 into Thermitage. Thermitage, yes, it's ticking hard on jabs, on Poison Inject if you're on Trap Beast. That's the way to go. 66 into Ironclad just to stop those initial big hits. We pump up the crit resist to almost 3k by adding 50 to here. Thick-skinned, even though we are a Stamplar, a Templar, and we can cleanse, we've got access to cleanse like both of the setups. Dots will still eat you alive, so 56 in here is nice with the 49-49 split. So there we go. So that is the end of the video. I hope you've liked it. Comment, share, spread the love, guys. I'm going to leave you with a short clip. They're not even, it's not good 1vx, it's just the setup and sort of some of the playthroughs that I've been having. You can see that I don't really use Power of the Light at all, so that's what's prompted me recently to try and meditate. The X has improved tremendously. I'll keep adapting this for open world, but the initial clips are nothing special. They're just showing what the build can do. But yeah, I'll be posting the full 1vx video, the full tage pretty soon, and if you're interested, I'll be doing a build commentary, so sort of explaining my decisions, trying to narrate commentary to help you improve your gameplay. But that pretty much wraps it up, guys. So yeah, enjoy.